Yeah, so I came down here to Santa Monica. Haven't been down in a while because at the place now, it's like I've been outdoors for like 5 years. So I'm like totally just crashing indoors, man. I've been like whole days where I don't leave the house, you know. But actually, I wasn't planning on getting into professional photography, but because I got a camera, this is the first time I've been able to afford one of those DSLR type cameras, and it's really not a DSLR now. It's actually a mirrorless, but that's what I'm used to calling them because that's what I saw them from the outside for a long time as. And it's actually just recently, well, I wouldn't say, you know, relatively recently, that the mirrorless came out. But when I was looking at it, one thing I like about it is you get a smaller, lighter package. Like right now, my pack is already too heavy, and this thing is pretty light and small, and with just 2 extra batteries, because the batteries don't last too long. But with 3 batteries, like I bought one of the newer, because it was #1 recommended by this guy. It lasted the longest. He did a test on all of them, and so I got that one. And it's plenty, like for a day. You know, well, I don't know. If I was going like for a whole day, I would bring like, you know, 5 batteries total. You know, because obviously the camera comes with one. Buy 2 of those extra things. They're only $30, like $32, so it's totally worth it. And so that would probably last you. But yeah, I mean, I've been coming down here for so long, and it's amazing how much it's changed. But you know, I wanted to say about the professional photography, or really filming. I mean, both. Is that what's interesting is how big of a difference you have between the inside shooting and outside shooting. You know, it's like it's really it's like a whole different ball of wax. And because it's just, you know, I mean, it's a matter of getting used to it, I guess, because, you know, if you're like me, for the most part, everything I've done on YouTube anyway has been from just a, you know, handheld flip camcorder. You know, pretty much everything is automatic, you know. But when you're talking about, you know, like really good quality footage, which is awesome, you know, like if you get that really cool bokeh effect, you know, bokeh is, by the way, if you don't know that, it's when you have a blurry background, you know, like really sharp foreground, and then a blurry background, and it just makes for a cool, it kind of highlights your subject, and it gives that professional look that average Joes with their flip camcorders like me usually don't get. Yeah, man, they got this whole like jungle gym for kids over here. It's pretty, it's new. I haven't seen this yet. Here comes a helicopter, right on cue. Very intimidating. I think these guys like to watch their helicopter work on my channel. You know, it gives them a sense of satisfaction, you know, they're doing their job, earning their paycheck and all. Yeah, so probably some of you guys might kind of question why I would, you Christians, anyway, you scorners, all you scorners that love my channel. In fact, I know that there's some scorners that watch my channel just to make sure and kind catch up on all the latest Christian news and be sure and thumbs down it because they've been banned a long time ago. Well, at least you can rest in the fact that, you know, it's not going to happen to anybody else because I turned that crap off. So, but yeah, no, the reason for that is for talking to Edge of Wonder is not so much because I think I'm going to, like, you know, change them or get them to be Christians or anything. Of course, I got to try, you know, like give them the gospel, like I said, and the prayer to be saved. But the real, and you know, not that I'm expecting any sort of reaction either. You know, it's like why would I expect a reaction from them? In fact, I emailed them just to let them know, and they didn't respond. And I don't think they ever will respond or watch because, you know, they don't want to. You know, they're ufologists. They don't. You know, if they were Christians, they would have a whole different outlook. You know, they would, when they gather for their spiritual gatherings, they would not be welcome if they started talking about God's word, okay? And they would not be welcome in that group. As a matter of fact, I was thinking that if I were to put it this way, boy, when I attended this MUFON meeting in Los Angeles here, it was in Studio City, man, the vibe was so satanic, dude. But see, I didn't really notice as far as like the feeling, like, you know, besides the pro-gay literature in the church that they held it in, like right in the front, you know, the big rainbow, yeah, pro-gay, you know, pro-LGBT, you know, it's very Christian, you know, and aside from the very you know, dark black satanic ritual-looking chandeliers, you know, I really didn't notice it. But where I noticed it, besides the helicopters that were buzzing me every time I went in there, like, man, they don't want me around their crowd. Oh, but where I really noticed it was in the way that they treated me when I was in there. I mean, when I stood in front of this guy, I forget his name, but he's like this huge guy, and I kind of think maybe he's a beast, or maybe he's just like filled with a beast spirit. But boy, I tell you, I got like a totally uncomfortable vibe, and I wasn't expecting it, you know, because usually I'm pretty relaxed, you know. I don't let people intimidate me, you know. I'm not worried about anybody screwing with me because I'm pretty fast on my feet and I'm pretty capable. And you know, I may not be like, you know, muscle man or you know, super fighter or anything, but I can just tell you that if somebody screws with me, they're gonna find out that, you know, I don't take it lying down real quick, and I'll do one of two things: either bail or fight, and they'll know they've been in a fight, even though I'm a skinny man and I really don't have a chance against a full-size, you know, muscly dude. But he'll know he's been in a fight, I'll tell you that much. In any case, not bragging about my fighting skills here. I'm just saying that, you know, I'm not, you know, if I was a, you know, if I was a different kind of person, maybe I would be. But I'll tell you, my senses, I got this totally like freaked out feeling about it, about that dude, and they totally knew, like they could sense the enmity, and then this New Ager guy that was there, and I asked him, you know, if they wanted to share, like if they wanted to have me go on, because I emailed him, you know, and I told him, said, you want to tell my story, because, you know, a lot of people have seen my channel in the ufology movement. They have seen my channel and they know about me. For instance, Robert Bingham knew about me, and boy, did he just suddenly turn on me like I was the worst kind of person, you know, like I was a real, like, you know, backstabbing kind of guy, you know, really negative guy. But see, in a way, he did have it right. The satanic spirit in him knew that I was an enemy, you see. So I'm not denying that he didn't have, you know, some reason to do it. It's just that, you know, I keep things gentlemanly, you know, unless somebody really starts acting like a, you know, does something wrong. I'm not going to accuse somebody, you know, and start being all unfriendly and uncool and unbusinesslike. I was just there to get some paranormal footage, you know. But I sure found out that those balloons are freaking demonic. Those demonic, I call them balloon mimics. Why do they mimic balloons? You know, because they can't mimic something else that will raise alarm, because they're so far away. It's like they don't want to risk humans, you know, being awestruck that there's some kind of paranormal thing. They want to keep all paranormal activity to a bare minimum, just enough to provide some kind of cool UFO enthusiast distraction, you know. and this guy summons them, you know. And I think I even occasionally, you know, they kind of, some other people I was talking to said that when they attended the Robert Bingham balloon mimic UFOs later on in different parts of the city, they saw those balloons, just like I did going into Trader Joe's here in Woodland Hills. And then I caught that one that totally had that demonic face. I'm going to put it up on the screen here, and you can just see that these faces are, you know, there's a lot of people that left comments, and they look at it and they say, oh, there's nothing demonic there. That's a you know, Cinderella or whatever, Disney something or other balloon, you know. I'm saying, man, I mean, really? Are you looking at this? Are you looking at the same image that I'm looking at here? I mean, you can see it's like this. You can see this big mouth, and you see these eyes, and then you see the teeth in the mouth, and you see the mouth taking like this weird, yeah, you know. It really looks freaking weird, man. So I just don't know why people can't see, you know, can't see that. I think it's because, you know, the demonic denial self doesn't want to see it. That's all there is to it, you know. Yes, sir. Thank you.